you are a college student, you might have heard of this term called competitive programming. So, competitive programming is a norm. It's a culture which most college students follow. If you are a computer science student, I'm sure you might have heard of this term called competitive programming. Why competitive programming? What is competitive programming? Let's discuss in this video. My name is Mano. I'm a Flutter developer, a freelancer, and I like sharing my knowledge over here. Let's hop into the video. So now, what is competitive programming? So competitive programming is a tool. It's just a tool to practice programming, like your problem solving skills. So programming is in general all about solving problems, solving the bugs in your code. So you have to be better at this problem solving skills. So competitive programming gives you a leverage by making you a good problem solver, and it's fun. It's super fun. So what competitive programming does is you will be given like a set of questions. You have to solve those questions using code. You can write code in whatever language you prefer. Like it might be C, it may be C++, it may be Java, Python, whatever it is. You have to solve those problems with a program. You have to write a code, solve this solve the question, and if that answer which you got is the expected one, you will be given positive points. Like you might be given 50 points for getting a question right, or 100 points getting a question right. And this point section depends on the difficulty of the problem. If the problem is like a difficult one, you will be given higher points. If the problem is an easier one, you will be given lower points, and it depends on if depends. I started my programming, like proper programming journey in 2018. That is when I joined the college, and that is when I started proper programming. Like I had past experiences, but the proper programming learning session started in 2018. And first of all, I learned HTML and CSS, as all of you guys might have learned, because it's one of the easiest languages to build something. So I learned HTML and CSS. It was one of the best things ever. You experience creating a website. It's super fun. You can create whatever the website you want. There are many online templates which you can replicate. You can do a lot of things with HTML and CSS. Even with CSS, you can create your own art itself. It's super powerful over there. And at some point of time, I wanted to learn a proper language, like it is not a markup language like HTML, but a proper programming language. That is when I found C and C++. I started with C programming, so because it's like easier version of C++, and it doesn't have this object oriented programming concept. So I started with C programming. C programming was like a best thing ever you could ever learn. And I after learning C, I jumped on to C++ because C and C++ are like pretty much similar to each other. So I learned C++, and I learned all those object-oriented programming concepts like classes, objects, enumerations, and all sorts of things, inheritance, and all sorts of things. But at some point of time, I felt like I didn't know much of those things. I can't use my programming knowledge, like the knowledge which I gained by learning C, C++. I can't apply it anywhere. I'm not able to solve problems using this knowledge of programming knowledge. So I always wanted to be the master at coding. I always wanted to get better, like the best out of myself. I always try to be the better person, like get better every single day. But with C and C++, the programming in general, I wasn't improving much. I wanted a solution for this. I wanted to improve my coding skills. I wanted to improve my problem solving skills. I want to know how to use my programming skills to solve problems and to leverage all those sort of things. And in that search, I found competitive programming. So I first came across this word called competitive programming when I was sitting in my college lab. So a bunch of senior guys were roaming around there, and they were teaching each other about on how to solve problems. And I was wondering where are they getting these problems from? Because I mean, even I want to get into that stage. So they were talking about some things called competitive programming. They were talking about CodeChef. They were talking about code forces. They were talking about so many other things which I don't know. So I was so curious to know what is happening. So I went back to my hostel that evening, and googled it what competitive programming is. I googled what CodeChef and CodeForce, all other terms which I heard them talking. So by this way, I found out what competitive programming is. So I found out that in competitive programming, it's not just about online competitive programming. You might have offline as well. You might attend the college event. You might attend some events outside of your college, even in your college itself, and participate in some programming competitions. You will be competing with a lot of other students and other people. I mean, whom you don't know, and this is particularly competitive programming. So for me, it wasn't so comfortable, or I wasn't able to attend offline events so much as I was able to interact with computers and online things. So I want a solution for online. Like, how can I do this thing, competitive programming thing, online? And I found a website called CodeChef. So CodeChef was the first site I started with, and it's an amazing site. It has like two sections, which is long competitions and short contests. So long contests run for a week or so, and they conduct this long contest every single month, 12 months a year. So they conduct this. It runs for seven days a week. I mean, 7 days a week, yeah. And the short contests are like within a span of 1 hour or 2 hour contest, or 3 hours maybe, and it depends. So in short contests, you have to be super fast to solve a problem. In long contests, you have a lot of time. You have a very number of problems, maybe like 7 or 8 or 9 problems to solve over a span of 7 days. But in short contest, you will be having the same 7 problems to solve in 3 or 4 hours, like even 2 or 3 hours. So you have to be fast. You have to be faster at coding. You have to be faster at thinking how to solve the problem and coming up with the proper solution, coming up with the proper data structure or algorithm to solve that particular problem. So if you are a beginner who is looking to start your journey of competitive programming, I would suggest you to check out CodeChef, because it's super. The interface is super good, and I think it's backed by Unacademy as well. So it's a complete package. You can trust the site. The site is so trustable, and all your data and the problems you solve, you can go back to them. Like if you are attending a long challenge in this week, and if you want to know the answer, you can go back and check the solutions for them after a week, like after the contest is ended. And they will also like publish their own materials, publish their own solution materials, which you can go through and learn from them. It's super interesting. If you are a beginner, do check it out. Do check CodeChef. So if you are a beginner, check out CodeChef. After CodeChef, I went on to CodeForces, which is like the platform which supports only short form contests, like the contest which might end in 1 or 2 hours. So it's super interesting to like participate in those contests. Like you have to be super fast, as I said. You have to be super fast in thinking. You have to be super fast in typing it. You have to be super fast in uploading the solutions, the code which you have typed, and all sorts of things should be happen within a short span of time. So code forces have this set of problems, like maybe they might have 5 or 6 problems, each and every single problem. Like they start from A, B, C, D, E. So A will be the easiest one, B will be a bit difficult, C will be a bit more difficult. Like they are incremental. So like A will be the easiest one, and the last question might be D or E will be the hardest one. Depends on how much problems you solve. If you solve like 3 or 4 problems among 7 problems they given, then you will be ranked higher in the points table. So this is how CodeChef and CodeForces work. In general, they have their own rating system. Even CodeForces and CodeChef have their own rating system. Yes, they are different in colors and all sorts of things, but they have their own rating system. They start from beginner to experts. So what did I learn from competitive programming? Doing it for more than 2 years. So what did I learn from it? So there is a thing called data structures. So and algorithms as well. So data structures is the key, is the core for programming. If you can think in the form of data structures and algorithms, you can improve your coding skills. You can improve your problem solving. Talking about data structures and algorithms, if you want to get better at data structures and algorithms, if you want to learn more about data structures, learn data structures in depth, the only way to do that just by solving problems related to that particular data set. If you consider like a list or an array, you have to solve like a lot of problems related to array or list. If you want to get better at maps, you have to solve a lot of problems related to maps. If you want to get better at hull data structures or something like that, if you want to get better at something, you have to solve them like a lot of times. And the only better way to do that is via competitive programming. Yeah, there are better ways like learning them from Geeks for Geeks and creating their own problems and doing all sorts of things. So that's it for this video, guys. If you want to check out all the famous and top competitive programming sites, I will link them down below in the description. Do check them out. Until then, see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.